I want to point out how important this is. You know, you and I, when it comes to any issue, it's one thing to catch, like, say, the street urchins, the rioters, the violent terrorists who are out on the street acting like lunatics. It's another to go all the way to the source of the chaos. Where does this come from? Who's funding all of this? How did that happen? The same is true in terms of the destruction of our institutions. Who is motivating all of this? Why do we see so much chaos, lawfare, violations of the Constitution, just nonsensical like standards by which people get jobs? Like what? Their skin color? What does that have to do with anything? Why not just the merits? Their gender or their belief that they were born in the wrong body? What does that have to do with anything? Why not just on the merits? And if you're trying to get to the root cause of something, you just you have to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And when it comes to the legal profession, a lot of lawyers have been popping out and have been nothing more than vehicles for left-wing propaganda in violation of the Constitution and the spirit of our country. So how did that happen? Well, law schools are being accredited by the American Bar Association, and the American Bar Association is a left-wing advocacy group. So Brandon Gill is exposing all of this, and boy, was it on display yesterday. Watch this as the ABA president can't answer a simple question about what the hell implicit bias is and whether or not she has any. Cut 9, watch this.
According to the ABA's website, quote, all of us have implicit biases. Would you agree with that statement?
The ABA believes that diversity, equity, and inclusion improves the
Would you agree with the statement that, quote, all of us have implicit biases from the ABA's website?
The ABA believes that diversity in all of its
Is that a yes?
is
Can I
important.
take that? It's a yes or no question. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases, as your website says?
The ABA looks to remove barriers, and we examine...
That's not my question, ma'am. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases?
I've expressed what the ABA is doing.
That is the ABA's position, as expressed by their website. Against which groups do you have implicit biases?
The ABA believes that it's important to always explore...
Are you going to filibuster? Because it doesn't make you sound very good. I'm going to ask you again, against which groups do you have implicit biases?
It's important to always examine everyone's point of view and where they may need to consider...
It is. What about your point of view?
I am here as the president of the American Bar Association.
And I'm asking you what your implicit biases are.
The ABA is an entity.
Have you reflected on your implicit biases?
I think about how I operate
What are they?
the world constantly.
Would you like to explain to us what they are?
I am here speaking on behalf of the ABA and the ABA.
Everybody has implicit biases, except for me. Isn't it amazing? It's like that woman and everybody like her, they spend so much time in this deranged and very dangerous, poisonous vacuum, wielding power over everybody else and never once being subjected to that kind of cross-examination until this moment. Where Brandon Gill, I'd venture a guess that he's about half her age. Brandon Gill starts asking her some questions she's never encountered before in her life. Wait a second. If everybody has implicit bias, what are your implicit biases? Why don't you start laying those out for us? If everyone has them and you're in the mood to be honest about something, and she wasn't in the mood, she filibustered the damn thing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the ABA and the ABA. She just spent a whole time dodging the most basic possible questions. She lost. She lost in devastating fashion.